Hi guys, welcome to the official first class of the course, and in this class we are going to learn about anchor points. So yeah, anchor points are very simple and yet very complicated because there are a lot of people who make designs on Illustrator but not truly understand the whole concept of anchor points and the different tools which you can use to manipulate them, add them and remove them. So yeah, in this class, in this very simple class, basically we are going to learn about anchor points. I have a couple of shapes over here. I drew them on purpose so that basically we could work on them. So let's start with this square over here. So let me zoom in over here. So you can see whenever you select a shape, you see a couple of points over here. So you can see this point and this point over here. So how can you add anchor points and remove them? So let's just say I select this and also you need to learn about the direct selection tool and the selection tool. So what is the difference between the selection tool and direct selection tool? Let's cover this in this tutorial as well. So if you select the direct selection, simple selection tool, and there is also a difference. If you click on this, this is black. If you click on this, this is white. So remember that the direct selection tool is white. So if I select the selection tool and if I click over here, you will see that it is giving me the option to simply make it bigger or smaller, or if I click on any of the lines, if I click on the path, it will let me move. And if I click on the direct selection tool, you will see that it is letting me select the different points basically. So if I click over here, it will let me select a point and I can manipulate it. Okay, so I added the anchor points over here before. So let me delete this shape and let's make this shape from the start so that there won't be any extra anchor points. And as you know, if you want to make the shape in a proper proportion, simply press shift. I don't know why am I mumbling today. Okay, so I will select this. You can see if I click on the direct selection tool, it is not showing me those extra anchor points. So like I was telling you before, if you click on this point, you can move it like this, and similarly over here. And what if I want to add an anchor point? Let's just remove an anchor point. So if I click over here and if I click on delete anchor point, so if I hover over this, it will let me delete it. So if I click on this, you will see that it completely removed the whole anchor point, and now it has connected this anchor point to this anchor point. Get it? But let's just say I want to cut out a chunk from over here, not the whole thing. So what I will have to do is I will have to first put in an anchor point. So let me come over here, click on add anchor point tool. So if you click on the pen tool over here, there is this add anchor point tool, delete anchor point tool, and then anchor point tool. We will cover this as well. So let's click on add anchor point tool and let's add an anchor point anywhere you want. So if you hover over any of the lines, you will see that there is this plus icon, and if I click on this, an anchor point has been added over here. Similarly, I can add an anchor point over here. So now when I will select this and then select the direct selection tool, you will see that I have two extra anchor points over here. Let me zoom in a little more. So you can see I have this anchor point and similarly this anchor point. So now if I click on this anchor point and if I press delete on the keyboard, so you can see it didn't connect this line to this line. It simply removed this section over here. And if I hadn't added this anchor point, it would have cut out the whole chunk from over here. Okay, so let's just say I add another anchor point over here like this. And now if I select all of this, select the direct selection tool, click over here and now press the delete key, you will see that it didn't remove this whole thing. It only removed this part. Similarly over here, I can select this anchor point, press delete key, and it removed this part. And also you can not only just select an anchor point with the direct selection tool, you can select a whole line. So let's just say I want to delete this line over here. So I will click over here like this, make a box, and now when I will press delete key on the keyboard, you will see that the line between these two anchor points has been removed. Similarly, I can come over here, select this line. When I will press delete on the keyboard, you will see that it removed the line between these two anchor points. So I guess you would have understand the concept of anchor points. Let me come over here. Let's select this shape, and let's just say I want to remove simply this chunk from over here. Okay, so I will select the direct selection tool, and if I select this, I am selecting this anchor point. So I will press delete key and it will delete the whole thing. Similarly, I can select the line over here and I will press delete key. So you see the difference? When you will select an anchor point, it will remove the whole thing. But if you select the line over here, for example over here, and then press delete key on the keyboard, it will remove that chunk only. I know this class is a little boring, but these are the things which are extremely essential for you to become pro in Illustrator. Let's come to this squiggly line over here and let's click on direct selection tool. So like I said, you can select on a point, click on a point, and you can move it like this. Okay, and similarly you can delete it. So if I click on delete over here, it will remove the whole thing because this is the only anchor point between this anchor point and this one. But let's just say I want to remove simply this line over here. So I will select the direct selection tool, select this line, and then simply press delete key on the keyboard, and the line is gone. So how simple was it? And let's cover a little bit about the anchor point tool as well. So let's just say if I select all of this, select the direct selection tool and click on this anchor point. So you will see that I have this handlebar over here, and if I click on it, I can move it. But if I click over here, I can also move this. But what if I want to manipulate this? So I will come over here, click on the anchor point tool. So you will see that I have a different kind of anchor point now. So now I can play around with the handles over here. So you can see that I can basically create new handles and play around with them like this. And there is another way to access this. For example, you have the direct selection tool or direct selection tool. You can come over here, press command to get this direct selection tool, and you can press command shift C. So you can press shift C to get the anchor point tool. But the most commonly used thing is that you are working like this, and let's just say I want to edit an anchor point over here. I will press control or command and click on this anchor point. I will get the handlebars as well. So now I can basically move this like this and also adjust the handlebars. So yeah, this was very simple but very important tutorial, because I know there are a lot of illustrators, people who make illustrations basically, and they don't even know the basics of anchor points and paths and all that stuff. So yeah, this was a very simple tutorial, and in the next class I guess we are going to learn about paths. I don't really remember, but yeah, I hope you guys like this, and see you guys in the next class.